Dai says yes, Adhikar, Carmen, awesome. Look at us. You will even be able to see me. We're winning with technology. No. Ek is okay, so I'm scared we're going to break the cables here. This is still something we need to figure out, but we're winning every day, small steps at a time. Right. So, Johan, I've got a clicker. Stefan, look at Stefan. He's going to help us so that you can even get me upright and you don't have to look at me at an angle all the time. Johan, please don't run away, that you can take this thing away for me. And I'm going to need you to share different screens with me just now, please. And then the other thing is, please don't forget to print the PDF for me quickly. Did you all, welcome to everybody that's in the room. I've got Sahut with me in the room, Stefan is with me in the room, and I've got Abdul in the room. Gaan bietjie terug, Johan. Yay, look at us, we're busy making movies here, man. Is that better, Cynthia?
Yeah, boy, yes.
Awesome. Dai says she's happy. Right, now we can lekker rock and roll. Dankie, Stefan. Jy's ons held. Look at us. Thanks, Sue. Right, Johan, just one thing. Take that away for me, please. And then please stay close to me with the technology. Okay, they can all see me. I can see them. And you're all welcome to interrupt me. Hello, Hillary, if I haven't said hello. Right. Guys, this conversation, this topic. Let me close on my own PC just here, then I can speak from my PC as well. More. You all have on WhatsApp open or on your email or whatever, the little manual. I've sent it in a Word format and I've got it in PDF. Anybody online that didn't get it. So please open it on your PC in a Word format. And this is what I want to first, before I start talking, ask you guys the following. In future, if we do training and we share with you the Word format document, is it going to help you to be able to make notes? And then you can easily save it on your computer, and we do paper saving. Or Sue says yes, Debbie says yes. Who else? Di loves the idea, Cynthia says yes. Elsaby loves the plan. Yay, we've exploded on a decision. Thank you, everybody. Then in future, when I do my Thursday trainings, or, not everything does have a Word format, but I'm going to create it so that you guys can start saving on your computers folders for rollout trainings, for MREAs, for this, for that, with your own notes and things that are relevant to you. I think because you're going to refer back to it the whole time. Yay, look at us winning. Stefan has got a suggestion.
Yeah, can you also send it in PDF? Help us have Word.
It is in PDF as well.
Is that the same one that's
the same one?
Sorry.
No, sorry, that's what I have to say. I send it in Word because some people type faster because their computers is X. I will also share it in PDF because then you can use your PDF editor. Some people use PDF editor. So that way I will build and share it with you so that you can build your own library. I think we're going to win with paper saving. And you always refer back to your Keller Williams notes. I look now, when I was at the leadership training, at the amount of notes and the recordings. So I use Google Keeps to synchronize with my phones and everything. And that's where I can record things, post a photo, because you always refer back to it. It's like my training notes. I know exactly where my notes are because you don't see my speaker notes, but I see it because you keep on presenting the trainings and doing the things, and you always add to it on the feedback that happens in the market center. Just 6 seconds. Mooi. Okay. 135. 411 CGI bulbs. Now, You all hear it in Keller Williams, and we keep talking about it. What do you understand? And please talk to me about CGI goals 135411. Tell me, what do you think about it? Give me some feedback. Is there silence in the room? Go.
Good eye.
You can speak, Sue.
Okay. They're like the roadmaps for us to reach our goals. It's what we use to plan our year, plan our goals, so that we can reach the goals.
Yes, please. Thank you for sharing that, Sue. And if I might ask you this, Sue, what is the value in that? What is the value in having your goals written down?
Well, if you work back from what your goal is, so let's just say you've got a financial goal of a certain amount of money you want to earn in the year, you've got to sell or list a certain amount of properties, do a certain amount of appointments to get those listings. So you've got to actually have that worked out, and then you've got to have a plan to actually achieve that. So you can't just have a pie in the sky number. You've got to have a plan. So a sort of a goal without a plan is just a dream, really. So it's the way that you can actually achieve it, and it's about putting down the activities that you have to do to actually reach those goals.
Wow. Did you guys get that? Unbelievable. Thank you, Sue. You know, if it's not written down, and I'm going to refer to it later, I want to hear more here. Di, please talk to me. Thank you, Sue.
Well, I'm going to admit that I have hesitated and not done this it's coming up for 3 years. Lindy kept on nagging me to do it. I would half start it. And I know that this year I'm not going to be allowed to not do it because you're in charge. And it's going to be interesting to see it and to live it and to do it. So I'm looking forward to the journey.
Yes,
On this roadmap.
thank you, Di, and thank you for your authenticity and your honesty to say, you know what, I, Di Napa, am here today. I haven't done this for 3 years. I am where I am, and I want to be at X or Y, Z. Best I write this down, participate, and do that, because that success stories in Keller Williams, so many others have obviously done. So many others have become millionaires. So how about you start where all the others has? Is that what I hear, Di?
Yeah, I tell you what it also is, Rolo, and I don't know, I'm sure others can relate, but for me, putting my goals down, I was always apprehensive of it in case I failed. When I came to Keller Williams, I realized that failing is not failing, it's we fail forward. So it's just part of the journey. And this year, I am going to do it.
Yes, yes. Look at us changing another life. Awesome. Thanks, Di. Was there another raised hand, or did anybody wanted to say something else? Thanks, Di. Adhikar says you speak your goals into existence. Yes, please. Okay. Hey, this mouse. There we go. Okay, there I am. So if you look on your manual and you look on that first page, it shows map out your strategy. There I've got a nice car. There Sue said it very nicely that this is your roadmap. And you will see that I have got this picture comes up in my slides the whole time. So before we can start with this whole goal setting and our plan and how we're going to do it, David Osborne, his mother Althea Osborne, brought Keller Williams to South Africa. And during bold training that we had virtually during the COVID period, we were fortunate, the South Africans, to have a session with him. And I've met him through our MAPS coaching, the power of Keller Williams. And David Osborne, listen, he owns multi-market centers. He owns an entire region of Keller Williams. And remember, Keller Williams is big. Here where you are sitting today, hearing me empowering you to set down, write down those goals. Everybody else in the rest of Keller Williams and in the world is currently busy with this information. Busy talking to their business owners, our clients that are on the call, that are in the room, to say, dear client, the entire Keller Williams in the world is busy with this. Like ALC selections happens in October. 135411s happen in October. Because why? Did you ever hear of a 30, 60, 90 in Keller Williams? And I know we've got codes and gooders that carries on forever. But there's a reason for them. By the way, there are people in Keller Williams that's been there 500 years, and they would go, Rala, I don't know what those codes are, but we have to work on one of those codes, please. So that's okay. I know there's a lot of information about it. And coming back to David Osborne, and you listen and go and Google him and read about him. And currently, if I listen at our Max Coach calls and the international calls, by the way, do you all know that once a week, I spend an hour online with all the team leaders in the world? Did any of you know that? Okay, so please leverage me. Every Tuesday night, all the team leaders across the world, we are on a line, on an online call. So whatever you want to ask me about any country, we are such a small knit community of team leaders as well. What we discuss globally, what we talk about recruiting, what are you doing in your market center team leader at the moment? Everybody is experiencing a shifting market. They remember some of those market centers in Portugal and those places are also like us. Only, they are in a country, what we are in one NC. So, you need to always understand the balances. Then you've got team leaders that've got 1,600 agents in their offices. So you may need to understand the big. And David Osborne also came on one of our recent team leader calls. And again, this man keeps on repeating the same thing over and over. The rest of the world is busy with this at the moment. The Red Book, these tools and systems and secrets in Keller Williams, like the 135, the 411, the 104, the 521, has created so many other people that are not only successful, super wealthy. Why not participate in the opportunity and do exactly what they were doing step by step? And let me tell you that life you will be living is bigger than what you are thinking today. Whatever you resist, persist. That's the E2P moment Di had on the call. She was resisting it because of the fear of failure, and now the change that she's going to experience is going to be that, Di, this is your map to your success story. Because Di told me that she's going to be a buyer's agent or a listing agent in Mauritius or something, Di. Grappie. That is phenomenal to know that we are global internally. We are, sweetie. I'm really available. I want to remind that. Now, there on that page, there where that map is, I'm going to talk about the 135, the GCI, and the 411, the differences. I want to first ask you, why are you here? Why are you here? What is the purpose? Is it because you want to have a super sexy business card so that when you talk to people, you can say to them, guess what? I'm a Keller Williams agent. Or are you here because you understand the opportunity and the value that Keller Williams has brought to so many others and are right now bringing to you. You're welcome to interrupt me and to please, when you have your moment online, talk to me. Write it physically down somewhere right now. Make that note. Why are you here today? If I give you now a matchbox and I go snap with the matchbox and I say to you, give me your vision, your purpose, your plan, your reason of existence, everything in 30 seconds. What will that paragraph look like? What are you writing down there right now? And be honest and dive deep. It's like the quantum leap, 6 personals did part of it when Vanessa was here. I'm here to fill this in with you. Please grab paper, open another folder or a file. Write quick notes on this, because after this you are going to type this out nicely. Because when you're having one-on-one conversations with your coaches, with me, thank you, Ada. Thank you, Elsabe. By the way, they are trained by Vanessa, the master maths coach in South Africa. Vanessa, Elsabe, Ada are equipped to have these conversations on accountability. Number 2 is page 135 or 78. They already referred to it in the red book about the consultative conversation. That's why we've got coaches, me, Opie, NCA, thank you, Johan, that are doing the accountability calls. People sometimes think when you do the 135, the 411, it's because they want to micromanage us and play squirrel. Really? That's not the purpose of Keller Williams, is to play squirrel with you or to entertain you, to make you fill in all sorts of pieces of paper. We are a success story internationally, by the way. We are equipped to service you, our clients, the business owners, with this, like teaching you 2 scoops of sugar, 1 scoop of muffin is going to create X cakes. To sell it at X cakes, we're going to make X profit. Thanks for playing. That is the success story. We, by the way, and I keep on saying it, and I'm going to keep reminding you all about it, Keller Williams is not in the business of selling and buying houses. Keller Williams is in the business of real estate services to business owners, empire builders, property professionals, realtors. You are our clients. Listen, do we get it perfectly right all the time as leadership to service our clients? No. That's why we learn from you. It's called surveys. Here I've got Sue, I want to get back on track, to grow exponentially, to grow from survive to thrive, to push boundaries. And Nike, you're going to have cracker moments today, my Scott, at the leadership meeting when we were discussing the positive now and the negative now and the future positive. I'm going to do all these new tricks they taught me at leadership during our one-on-one appointments coming up. So what I want to have a successful business for myself. Yes, please. Di is our cracker client for the day. We're going to blow Di. Awesome. So did you write it down? Who wants to share it with me? Give me that paragraph of your purpose. Talk to me, Ada.
To buy what I want, when I want, for how much I want, and not worry about it.
Yes, please. To buy what I want, when I want it, for how much I want it, and don't worry about it. Money is for a lot of people a big motivation, number one. Because you know what? Money is the only thing that can move a country's boundaries, by the way. Without money, nothing happens. And this is where I want to say to you, this is the Keller Williams thing. Careers worth having, lives worth living, businesses worth owning, legacies worth leaving, experiences worth having. Think about that.
Any of that.
You can't do anything without money. That's why we refer to you as a business owner. A business is about money. It's got a cash flow plan. It's got a money operational plan. It's got a marketing plan. It's got a lead plan, economical plan. It's got organizational plan. Remember, in a business, have you all seen on Dragon's Den on that BBC channel? You want to be able in 1,000 days. That's why I always say 1,000 days. Why do I say this, guys? I want you to put it in correlation how it works. So, let's say you buy a Postnet franchise, Cape Quarter. You're going to pay X amount of money. They're going to train you how to do it, and there you go. Now, let's say you make a total disaster of that Postnet, because you're not a business owner and you're not focusing and you're not doing what they're teaching you and telling you how to do it, then Postnet is going to take it back from you. Agreed. Okay? Now, in that franchise agreement, it says there, after 3 years is your first option to exit, because you are at least after 3 years, if Postnet has to take it back, they can at least for the next person say, okay, where he saw Raula walked out of here and it was a little bit of a disaster. But at least he's created a footprint and we are here, let's move on. Why do you think the banks ask when you are self-employed, 3 years financial statements, 1,000 days? Can I show you the date? Why? 5 years is always the most amazing tipping point in so many businesses, because then they've done their first 1,000 and they're on their way to their second cycle. They can then prove market share, financial stability, operational plans. What that day when we walk into Dragon's Den and we say, hi, this is Rolo Realty. This is Paul Keller Williams. This is the plan I follow. This is the way I do it. This is my success record on the Atlantic seaboard. This is currently the market. This is the operation. This is the profiles of the people that are in business with me. Can you hear the conversation? Can you imagine that dragon then go, Rolo, here's your £100,000. Please, can you build us another Rolo Realty powered by Keller Williams? Does that make sense? Anybody want to ask me any question or share? Aha. Debbie, what is your big why? Want to have a good life with my family and grandkids, work and have fun at the same time. Want the financial freedom to also share with family, friends, and dogs at special times. And definitely want to buy that Mauritius home. Thank you for being vulnerable, Debbie, and being authentic. We're going to shoot another cracker here. I'm with you, girl. I get that. Money buys the whiskey, if I can almost say it like that. But we also, I hear you, you want to spend time with your family. You want to have a big life. The time, to have X amount of money, to spend X amount of time in life. Can I just give you an example here? Have I ever told you guys about your life is 840 months? Is there a no? Can I give you the story of your life is 840 months? Time. So, what it was my 8-year anniversary now, so that was 2016. Somewhere 2016, 2015, Estelle invited me to the Microsoft building there in Four Ways. She's had a limited number of seats. And at that point of time, I was a capper agent in her original Four Ways office. And Bram Pretorius, the guy that moved Nissan South Africa was in a billion-odd debt, and he was the guy that turned it into a billion profit or something. I'm exaggerating, but I want you to get the big of the story. He said that do what you have to do every second of the day, even if you don't want to be successful. And he repeated it a couple of times. And it comes back to we all want that money. We all want that business. We all want that time with family. We all want to not work our entire lives and don't have that. You know, what other opportunities are there where you are today in the market? David Osborne says on the TL call, on the Bolt, I'm coming back to you. Write it down. If I, David, don't write my vision down and I see it every day, I'm not going to own the planes I do, the father that I am. Listen to what Keller Williams, career's worth, life's worth. Look at your own vision there for 30 seconds. Are you right now in Keller Williams having that experience? And what do you need to change today to have that experience? Anybody want to talk to me? Am I having a moment here where the online people are really busy diving deep? Need to have laser focus. Yes, all good. Anybody that wants to talk, you're welcome to interrupt. Please make notes. Right. Now, what is the secret? The 135, the 411, the GCI, CGI. Does everybody know what it stands for? So the 135 is your one thing, that vision that you've got. 1,000 days from now, when we walk into Dragon's Den, what? And I want you to remember, think about the Quantum Leap 6 personal perspectives. When you had that E2P moment and where Vanessa was going on about if it's not big, that dream. We it's easy to dream, yeah, but please go there so that we can at least land in the middle. But don't shoot here and then we land bottom line. Then we're on the wrong page here. Please go big. That's that one thing. The three is the three priorities, the three things you, Rolo, need to do today or in the next 1,000 days, in the next 6 months, in the next month. To change, to experience that. The 5 is the strategies. Under those 3 priorities, what are the 5 little things you need to do? So I call it now little, but I want you to understand is that when you write it, and hear me out, when you write your 135, your 411, it is not homework you do 5 to 8 on a Sunday and you think it's done. You first going to write as much detail as possible, and that's why we are there to assist you to narrow it down into a detailed plan. And that is why we are there as your leaderships and your conversations, as your support in being that successful business owner, to keep you accountable to your priorities. Talk to you about how are you going to do it? How's it going with it? What do we need to change it? And then one of the things they train us in Keller Williams is to ask you, and how do you feel about it? Nee? And I know some of you are laughing because you've heard this before. A 411 is 4 weeks, 1 month, 1 year. 4 weeks, 1 month, 1 year. What are you doing this week? Right now, today, Thursday, 10 August, Viva Women's Day. What are you doing next week, Thursday? The 1 month is what do you need to accomplish in the entire month to be closer to that goal, to be the David Osborne with the 2 airplanes. The 1 is what are we doing for the entire year? Why are we doing these things in October time? Because in November, October, it must be done September because October we're implementing it. October, November, December, 30, 60, 90. We are practicing and keeping ourselves accountable for our 135, our 411, so that we can practice our 135 and our 411. So that when we kick off in January 2024, we open the folder and we do the 135. The 411 we adjust. The 135 we only revisit again in 6 months. But we look at it every month because we're looking at our 411 weekly. Guys, this is your business plan. This is your roadmap. And that's the power of Keller Williams. That we're empowering the individual for the right mindset to be the empire builder, to be that millionaire real estate agent. But not everybody's success story is the same. Di's business is not the same as Sue's business. It's not the same as Hillary's business. It's not the same as Cindy's business. So hoots, I can carry on. So it is about you, your business. But you are the business. So the 135 411 is designed for you, business owner, to have your head in the game, to have an operational plan for the business, be accountable and manage and work your money, to understand the economic model of what it is doing for your business. The organizational model, I'm not going to talk too much about it today, purely because it really gets the organizational model as a full conversation. I want to refer back to that economic model that I've mentioned, because the budget is very obvious. There must be a cash flow in the business. The economic model says, like, let's say you wanted to buy that mug and bean for Bloberg. The discussion you will have with the franchisees of the mug and bean will say, Rolo, so you want to open the mug and bean, let's look at how many households are there, how many people will come through your door, what will the retail space be. This is your probable amount of cups of coffee you need to sell to be able to pay yourself and have a profit and be okay for 3 months for in case. That's how good business practice works. That is why we in Keller Williams refers to the 30-30-40. You will hear in the MREA training that we talk about you as a single agent have to have 30% expenses and 70% profit, so that we can grow you according to the MREA organizational model to be able to be a 30-30-40 business owner in Keller Williams. 30% expenses, 30% cost of sales. That's where Stefan and I share listings, the sharing in Keller Williams, and then net profit. Because out of that success plan, 70-30, then 30-30-40 grows your wealth plan. Then you start reading the Gary Keller books about the flip and the hold and all of that. So the CGI is where I come in with the economic model, where the mug and bean takes me for the test and says, dude, if you don't sell 400 cups of coffee here, your business is not going to make it. CGI, Career Growth Initiative. Some call it incentive. I like the incentive word more because it says to me, if you drive this Porsche at this amount of speed, you're going to get there faster, number one, and you're going to have more control. You see, there's my pretty slides, right? It's supposed to pop up. Ag, iets hak vas, as my net dalk iewers klik. Daar kom hulle nou weer. I'll say, there's my pretty slides. How do you like the Vegas one there? There we go. CGI. There we go. How's that? Are you prepared? Yes, please. Thanks, Di. I've got time on the clock. Anybody wants to talk to me about the understanding of the purpose of the words 135, 411, and CGI? Please talk to me. We've got time. Ask me if you are not sure of why it's there and part of the success story. I do like the America one, so I thought I'll put Mauritius maybe next time. And then can you see this road vying, eh? This thing is that highway that's taking us there to have that super successful business. Okay. On that next page, you'll see there's a little car with the 135. So let's begin with the 135, also known as GPS. GPS, exactly like the car says, your growth and productivity and plan to your success story. Now that you have your vision on that first page, let's start talking about that one big goal. You've got that. That's that vision. That is that thing you want to see happen. If I ask you, now we're going to complete the 135s and then we're going to implement it in October. In December with the one-on-one conversations, I'm going to ask you, remember the August vision? Then we tweaked it and perfected into September. How is that going for you and what do we need to do, right? So that we are geared and ready for 2024. If we've got a good roadmap and a good plan, we can then implement shift to look after our businesses, because we are all here in any case for the next 1,000 odd days to get to that million. So, where are you going? Did you write it down? Who wants to share with me that big thing again? I need more sharing. I need somebody to get more vulnerable with me. Give me that big thing. Talk money, talk specifics. And when you write down your vision, it's hard to put that vision. And I want to spend time on that big thing you want to achieve. Who else wants to talk to me online?
I want to equip myself to become a successful property professional.
Here we go. Here we go, Stefan. He wants to be equipped to be a successful property professional. This will take you from being a salesperson to being a successful business owner. Thanks, Di. Yes, please, Stefan. If that is the conversation you want me to have with you in December, you know success comes in Keller Williams with a lot of stuff behind the scenes to happen. It's almost what you resist, persist. Let's do that. 135, write it down, 411, and we'll do that. Anybody else? There's silence in the room. Is it maybe because the cameras are off and everybody is having smoke? Hillary, talk to me and then I'll get to you, Di.
Well, I'm striving to become the fiduciary for my clients and ultimately be successful and make money, to be quite frank.
Yes, please. Love that part of making money. But Hillary, I want to ask you, do you know what that amount of money is that you need to make?
Well, I want to net about 1.5 million a year, at least.
Okay. Do you know how to get to the 1.5 million a year?
I have pretty fair idea. I mean, we have all the tools at our disposal to work that out. So one has to just keep plodding away at that, and it needs to become part and parcel of oneself on a daily basis, because that's the only way that you can know what you need to do every day and every week and every month to achieve that ultimately.
Love it, love it, love it, Hilary. So there was a very nice word, plot or edit or something like that you said. So I want to say something is you are aware that you are also a brain surgeon, a knee specialist, a plastic surgeon, a pro golfer. All of
Psychiatrist and
them.
psychologist.
Say again, sorry, Hilary, you broke up.
A psychiatrist and a psychologist and a social worker, and you know, multifaceted. I mean, you have to be, because you're dealing with people. So yeah.
Hilary, you are going to Skeet Crackers today. We're going to move you to E2P because
Good.
that 1.5 million is exactly what we want to achieve with our plan. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for being vulnerable, Hilary, and the chat. Di, the floor is yours.
I think for me, I've learned it over the last 2 years, is that I want a business that is consistent on a monthly basis, enough to give me a break in winter to be able to go away for 6 weeks and just know that I've been in it now, and I just find I'm on a roller coaster and I've had enough. So I want my business to be consistently coming in every month. So consistency is my key word, to be able to, in winter, be able to go away for 4 to 6 weeks on holiday and know that my business is still operating and not on a roller coaster. I don't know how to put that into correct words, but yeah, something like that.
Di, I love, thank you for sharing. So what you're saying to me is, Rolo, I want to have enough money, life, and time to still be the successful career person and business owner that has enough so that my business can run and look after me for 2 months of the year when I'm traveling. Is that what I'm hearing?
1000%.
Awesome. Thank you, Di. So, guys, before we page on, because I'm going to keep talking and I'm going to keep asking you this. This is now where you need to start creating a little workbook. Grab papers there. So you will see that I'm still going to talk on that page of where you are going. And then the next 2 pages is your 135, where your priorities and your strategies are. Now you will see there that is ideas that are there. We're going to go through those ideas now. But please open somewhere an extra piece of paper or something, get yourself ready or make notes so that you can write down that, cut your page in 3, where you go your 1, 2, 3, and then, yes, let it look like this. I don't know if you guys can see on the board, but put a 1, a 2, a 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullets under it. Just so that you can start dodging down ideas. Now I want you to think about who is Rolo, what does Rolo want, what does Rolo Realty want and need. Think big, think number, think time, think life, think wealth. Taking a break for a period of time does put your business under stress unless you've got your ducks in a row. I know it's hard. Sue, thank you for being vulnerable and also sharing there, Sue. I get it. Sue, I've been fortunate that Sue was with us at Mega Camp in Joburg, and obviously we've spent some time and I've learned more about Sue's life and her family that is abroad, and wanting to spend more time with her family there. But for Sue to go to, it's Australia, hey Sue?
Yes, yeah, Australia.
Awesome. But now, hello, go and work it out. To go to Australia, you can't go for lesser than 5-6 weeks in any case because it's too expensive, the rand versus the dollar, Australian dollar. Number one. Number two, you know, then we have now, this is now where it ties in with time frames and what Sue is saying, and I want to be able to have enough money, time, and to be able to travel, is December in South Africa, the service delivery that you as business owner need is the council, the lawyer, the deeds office, the bonds, the banks. I can carry on. That is how it works in South Africa, that middle December till middle January, South Africa goes on 30% operations. If you had a mug and bean, it means you had to plan it because the flour and the sugar delivery during silly season is going to be more expensive and more irregular on delivery. Does that make sense? Then that's 1 month. Now remember, sorry, Sue. Oh, they Sue, right? Just thumbs up. So what happens is now, remember business, the stats, the fact, the everything works 1 January till 31 December. Financial year end for most companies is either February or end of December or like, but that is the most popular because their stats, their numbers, their facts, their business planning, their cash flows, their forecasts are all tying in with exactly 1 January to December. And that's why, because we work our successes, our wins at every family reunion from this date to this date, right across the world, it works like that. Most international empire companies is 1st January to December because they work at their success week on week, quarter on quarter, year on year to determine where are they going wrong, to shift with it so that they can fix it and build bigger businesses. So that's, we've got 12, but in reality, we're losing already 1. Listen to the pressure that I'm not putting on you now. Don't die and go, oh, Rala, you're going to freak me out with this calculation. Because I haven't told you the story about the 840 months. Abdul, please keep me accountable to the 840 month story. So then there is still public holidays. Sorry, Sue, are you speaking?
No, I'm good.
Oh, awesome. Sorry. So, then there's still the public holidays and the this and the that. So then if we start taking those calculations and days in a year in South Africa, where there's probabilities, high risk on, so, you know, things not happening and there's so many reasons. And you've got fallout ratios that you must calculate because one transaction takes then 6 months and one is 2 months. There's always that risk factor element, that almost wasted costing. What will be in a mug and bean will probably, if the poppy muffin didn't sell, we had to throw it away because what are you going to do with it? Health and safety says X. Or the lettuce that you got was a little bit fraught and you couldn't put it on the burger. Think big. What are those 3 things, if you can think of right now, that you need to do to change that so that you can still travel overseas, that you can still have enough money to draw a salary from Rolo Realty and to be able to be out of your business but not be out of pocket to sustain that traveling overseas? Do you know that number? Are you aware of the activity you need to achieve? Are you totally, write down for me the 3 biggest things you need to do. Abdul, right, talk to me. Talk to me.
30% expenses, 30% cost of sales, and 30% profit.
Net profit.
Also mentioned 30% expenses, 70% profit. What's the difference and when do you apply?
Okay, so when you are a single agent, you Abdul, right? Where you are let's talk Mug and Bean for a moment. When you are a single agent, you are the director of that Mug and Bean. No Mug and Bean is going to happen if there's not a system and an admin copy. Okay, so you single agent are using Command and Edge as your systems, and you are the admin capturing the information and driving it. Then that is, and then there's a waitress that sells the muffins. That's a buyer's agent. When they do the viewings for you, when you appoint a buyer's agent, and then you get a listing assistant, the person that just does the listings for you. In a Mug and Bean, it will be like somebody that bakes the cakes and makes the barista, makes the coffee. Because if somebody doesn't bring in the listing or make the coffee, the waitress won't be able to sell it. Does that make sense? So you as a single agent is right now the director, the admin, the baker, and you are the waitress. As a single agent, you do 4 jobs. But before you can appoint people in these positions to help you, you have to have money to be able to pay them their part in the business. Does that make sense? So I only have 8 years left. Die.
That's the 840.
And chief bottle washer. Lead generation is the main thing. And doing that in whatever form works for you. Yes, please. Look at that. Thank you, girls, for sharing. So, no, I think this thing is just second too fast. Here we go. Oi. Sorry, technology. Oi. Now we are going to get this right eventually. I keep on saying it. Okay. So, did you write down those priorities there? Anybody wants to ask me anything about what those priorities probably should be? Here's an idea of a priority. Listings. Then the strategies of the listings. Training and systems. Priority number 2. Priority number 5, personal growth. Priority number 5, wealth management. Priority number 1, training and education for personal growth. Priority number 2 could be networking, neighborhoods. Priority number 3 could be traveling and family. You've got an idea where I'm going with this. Time blocking. Yes, Cynthia, big one there, please. If it's a priority for you to learn how to time block, you are going to come up with 5 things that, to help you to be able to do it better. Determine it, know what you want. You understand how many months of the year South Africa is a story. You know how many months you want to travel. So effectively, some people need to do an 8-month job to make a year's money work. That's a lot of pressure in reality. If you don't have a mother of a plan, the ship, identify areas that have potential for you to grow. And listen, that priority could be, it's not like we're going to finish it now and it's done. A 135 you can use to sort out your life in a month. A 135 you can use to sort out your next quarter. A 135 you can use to sort out your next year. Even in our MAPS coaching, we talk about a 5-2-1, 5 strategies, 2 priorities, 1 goal. And that's a power-packed one if you want to get your life on track and sorted. Don't get Yamakar now. Please stick to the 135 for 1-1. When we're now going to start looking at strategies, and I want you to start dodging down now for me the 5 little things. And I'll go deep and be honest here. Give it to me hard. Under that priority that you feel that's what you need to do is stop. And don't think it's homework and you need to rush it. Even if you can only come up with 2 strategies at this point of time under those points, that's okay. If you want to be the best soccer player in the Western Cape, is priority number 1. What are the 5 things you're going to do to be that? You are going to run every day 10 kilometers for fitness. You're going to do twice a month the staircases in Clifton to build your muscle. You are going to do 6 hours in the gym on a 10-day cycle. When I talk about Ironman, I'm talking about Sahut Yetchasian. He told me earlier about his Ironman and his fitness that he's busy with, because you're going to do the Cape Town Marathon. And we were talking about mindset, how hard it is to keep that body in that level of fitness to be able to achieve that. Agree. Thank you, Saud. What are the things you need to do that you are not doing today? Is your wealth planned, if it's one of it? Are you registered and geared for that training? Do you have your budget to be able to fit your dreams and schemes already sorted, typed out, ticked, done? If I phone you in the middle of the night and I say to you, Rolo, talk to me. That's what the Americans done. And I've said it so many times and I'm always going to say it. Because till the day I get this entire market center to come with me to America to experience a Keller Williams function there, my soul will not rest. So I've got a long time to go. Better you work into your budget extra 100,000 Rand because we want to go to family reunion or mega camp in America with Rolo. Anybody laughing? Why doesn't Debbie... Okay, Hillary is laughing. Di, Sue, and Debbie Spowart. Don't you guys find that funny? Extra 100,000 to go with Rolo. Debbie, ek lag nie. Let's do it in 2025. Oh, good. You're welcome. Sue already said to me she's committing to going with us to Mega Camp in Australia. Ek lag nie, ek gaan dit doen. Lekker, Debbie. Yes, please. That's the experience I want you to have with me and go deep and be honest. Write down, what is that shortcomings? Is it lead generation? 2025 die? There we go. Well, that's a good plan for me. If we all work together today and start step 1 of your success story for 2024, then we twig it in December, then January 2025, we are booked and ready to go to FR. It's going to take, planning. It says there, when I think about your strategies, I've put in there, leverage your team. Because when you think about these strategies, right, these things you're going to do, like what supplies? We're on our way in this car. We're on our way from here to FR. What are we going to pack? Remember my first office meeting where everybody said I was too busy and too loud and it took too long. And we were dancing in the beginning. Can you remember that story of we going to Ibiza? What are the things we're going to pack to go to Ibiza? What are the things you are packing to be that wealth person, to have that extra? Even if it's just 3 strategies. Because I want you, when we're going to revise it, today is just now to get it going. We're eventually going to start packing very nicely Speedo for everybody, nice bikini, everything for arriving in Ibiza. They will receive us in one of those Hummer limos. I see that, né? And then we're gonna all gil like I'm a Barbie girl, and then we're gonna go to one of those fabulous hotels. We're gonna walk out there, cream jam, alcohol, and we buy. And the only thing we do, you get what I'm saying is, what are you doing in your business, your life, to change it? Johan, help me even know water. Okay. Can you all see their GPS business plan over 2 pages? Now, this is a business one. I just want to run more ideas past you. This is not the super sexy secret of Keller Williams. Don't think yours must look like this to be the MREA. It's not the plan. It is just to entice you a little bit more of, as an idea. There's plenty copies. Big goal for the year, so many closed transactions. You can see I copy and pasted this from the Americans. So it could be do 800,000 Rand because my expenses for the year is 500 minus going to FR minus going for 2 months overseas to achieve a goal listing of so many taken a month. How will you do that if you want to do 20 listings a month? You will be prospecting, calling all the for sale by owners, the listings that is expired. Strategy number 2, database. Make sure work your database. 1 client appreciation event per year. That's maybe where you will have a party and invite your database because you want more leads. Marketing, continue radio ad campaigns, update content monthly. So you can already read there on the screen. I don't need to go through it all. I really copied and pasted this to just give you an idea of it can be as detailed as possible. You dodged things down there. Okay, so many sales is what they had there as priority 3. Then priority 2, sorry. Priority 3, to achieve that goals, right? I need to hire talent, do career visioning, attend all the trainings, be in the office Monday to Friday. You have a business. Listen, real estate is retail hours, 366 days a year from 6 to 6. If Checkers is open, if the church is open, your real estate business is open. 8 o'clock, done. We're not in pajamas anymore because if you are not putting the kettle on and taking responsibility for the operations of your real estate business, they're going to walk past you to Pam Golding. Now it's open heart surgery. Me asking you go deeper. Relook at those priorities and make it about you. This is really just a template. Improve systems. Identify ways to improve. My WhatsApp story key, my command. Learn to leverage more campaigns. Love this one. Have a goal of 10 positive customer reviews each month. If the demographic and the operations in your area is a value because of feedback. I'm going to take an example now. I don't say it. Let me think of a gated estate. Steenberg Estate. Let's take Steenberg Estate there where Jill is argumentatively. Her database and her next sale will probably be built on the reputation she has of everybody in those homes she's listed and sold in the past 3 months, argumentatively. Is that something she then needs to capitalize on and have more, because it's going to bring her more sales, to have more money, to live that big life? Here it says, one of the strategies, continue sending monthly emails to agents in the database. To agent database. What does that mean? Did you know that we are the biggest multi-listing company in South Africa? When you sign up as business owner in Keller Williams, you have instant access to all 18,000 listings in South Africa on the KW system. Do you know that your personalized website can do the heavy lifting for you? If you go on to rolo.kwsa.co.za, you'll see one of the pictures I have on the background is the Grand Bay in Mauritius, because I used it for the conversation with Ashwin. Yeah. And if you put in there Mauritius and you search, you will see the listings come up there. We're just busy trialing, erroring. If you're really curious to go and have a look at it. Do you need to attend accounting course so that you can work out a better budget? Do you need to, for your personal growth, walk more kilometers a day to keep the doctor away? I love this one. Email immediately upon receipt of lead. Listen, there's a mistake, agent, that I need to say. I'm sorry to as well. It's the lead prop agent. I'm not going to mention her name, but I've really not been honest. I haven't had a good experience up to now. And then yesterday I did lose my cool, and I went shit on her. I'm going to be very honest with everybody. I will apologize to her because I've been treated like the victim. Number one, I am the victim now. Number two is, and here's my story. The other agents are not talking to me. I've been phoning and leaving WhatsApps and emails. They're just not responding to me, and it drives me to insanity. My extreme D, if you've done your disc, my disc is DI, my S&C hangs under the line. If you haven't done your disc yet, please chat to Tashi, get your disc done, get an appointment with me so that we can discuss your disc profile. The extreme D in me can totally not deal with it, but people ignore me and don't answer me. Not the WhatsApp, not the this. Look, I know I'm guilty as well, but I can see all of it and I know the urgency of all of it. Email immediately upon receipt of the lead. It must be an urgency for you in your business to get on with it. That is unacceptable. It means your business is closed. So then you must please advertise this business only operates Saturday morning till Sunday night. Thanks for playing. But then please don't be in business if you're not going to act on it, number one. And that's what I want to say about all the agents. Email all the agents. Capture all the agents in Keller Williams in South Africa. They are a business owner just like you. When you have that special listing, send a touch to them, a smart plan, a message to all of them. But have a plan. That is why we have these mega camps and functions. I think in the one when we came back from mega camp, the mass lead generation that Manda told the story. If I had 5 flats under 1.5 million rand, Woodstock, Vredehoek Gardens, OBS, City Bowl, I would have sold 5 flats to the leadership at Keller Williams Mega Camp. The hustling and the relationships 8 years later. It's unbelievable. I could have sold 5 flats. I went onto the internet and I don't have stock. Love this. Read. Have the team read, discuss a new book on customer service and motivation every month. And when it says team there, it means not because you don't have a team yet. What are you reading at the moment? What groups do you belong to grow you emotionally and mentally? You can't just be working all the time. Oh man. Open houses, minimum of one per week from the buyer team, canvass the neighborhood. Is one of the strategies or priorities in your 135 is that you want to build your business the Keller Williams way? That's a very nice one to maybe include in there. Facebook is your shop window. Your website is your shop window. What people say about you is your shop window. The way you deliver a service is a shop window. Keller Williams is a shop window. But you need to have a fixed time and plan of when you are available. It comes back to Cynthia that says time blocking. There's a reason we have show houses and open houses, and don't say to me they don't do it in the Cape. They do. Because you even need to change it on the website on the Wednesday so that when Private Property 24 sends out the email to everybody that yours are on the list that is available and on show. That is one of the minimum requirements in real estate is a show house because people, the newspapers that we are dependent on, sets the tone for us. We need to leverage it. You are a business owner. You need to be in your margin, be making sure the barista doesn't burn the muffin and the waitress has got a smile on her face when she services your customer. Right now, you are all for of it. I'm just saying. Anybody want to talk to me about the 5 strategies? Up to you. Please talk to me. Let's have an aha moment. Look at me. I'm even winning with time. Yes, please. Talk to me. Anybody. Talk about the strategies that you think about. Talk about what? Share with me. Any of that, please. Personal strategies. Get my budget sorted, make sure I save 10,000 Rand a month. Yes, Sue, please talk to me.
So it's quite important to have those strategies actually geared that they make the priority happen. It's easy to write down a priority and then have 5 strategies that don't really point towards making that priority possible. So I think it's quite important that you think quite deeply on those strategies because those are the action items.
Wow. Sue, yes, please. Thank you for that, Sue. Guys, when you now look at that priority you've put there, is that strategy really relevant? That's why you need to dodge today because we're going to put more detail. We're going to grow it more so that we can really define it. Then we practice it. October, November, December. December, we tweak it. And then from there, we check it and we keep ourselves accountable with our coaches because that's our plan, our finance, our thing. How are we going to get to that one thing we talk about today? Yes, Sue, please. It must be relevant. The strategy must have a relevance to that priority. Who else wants to talk to me about strategies, please? Is there too many crackers or too many E2P moments happening that everybody going as Rolo? Okay, there we go. Stefan has got us. The strategies to be able to have more listings will obviously be lead generation, obviously capturing your information on the database, obviously make a plan to follow up. That's where the 10-4 comes in, by the way. On your My Edge dashboard in the middle is the 10-4s. The 10-4 stands for see 10 homes, speak to 10 people, make 10 notes on people, and add 10 people on your to your database. And I know there's new smart fancy things on command that does all of this. The 10-4, if you do that on the dashboard on My Edge, and now I'm probably all thinking, Rolo, you old school. But it's not old school. That's why we track our numbers. That is why we are asking, please, how many calls, how many appointments, how many listings, how many contracts, because you want to track your numbers the whole time. So if you look on one screen and you see everything is 0, 0, 0 in listings, 0, 0, 0 on appointments, guess what? That idea going Australia is not going. There's no this business. You're going to borrow from your best friend to start sustaining the life you have. Anybody? Oh, here it's coming. Cynthia, her brain is now blown. She's now a cracker. Everyone should be asking Ada and Elsaby to assist with our great systems we have with WhatsApp and to Crave. It works. Oh, I get it. Everyone should use it. Yes, please. Thank you for that feedback and CV, Debbie. It is amazing what the coaches are achieving at this point of time. And guys, please, I want to invite you. We are on a big drive in our market center to get everybody's 135s and 411s in process, because our success is a direct result of your success. So please walk the journey with us. What's up, lead gen rocks? Lekker, Cynthia. Okay. Anybody else on strategies there, conversations around it? Now that you've got an idea of how much time I have, what is the purpose of the 135? And now the 411 and the CGI, I am getting to that. I just want to double check here. I did change my slides a little bit. Sorry guys, I just want to check. I did. You see, I'm trying not to be too fancy with the slides, and then here we go. Ooh, Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Okay. My slides and my changes is working. Okay. CGI, we are getting to the 411. We started going on that highway. Now the little kariki is there. We're now not barefoot anymore. We are now packed with a plan on what are we going to do to get to that big plan. Now this starts where the budget model, the economic model starts coming in, is when we talk CGI, Career Growth Initiative. Number 3, that's Cynthia. Yes, Cynthia second there, Adhikar. Awesome, thank you. Now that we, you know now what your plan is with your 135, your 411. Did you actually do the calculation of how you're going to get there? Did you write down, and that's another secret that Keller Williams possesses, is to We can work it out for you. It's simple. How many listings, how many sales, at how many conversions over what period am I needing to do? Once you know your number to sustain your life, it makes a big difference. Okay? So that's where we talk about your CGI calculator. This is big priority. Okay. So the reason of the CGI calculator is when you know how many listings I need to be able to do 1.5 million rand for the year, how many sales I need to do 2 million rand for the year, I need to do 6 million for the year to be able to sustain this 7-month life over a year period. It helps you reevaluate your big why. That's why we talk in Keller Williams, know your numbers. What is the point of getting up and then going to the gym and then drinking coffee and then talk nonsense and then we are at 11 o'clock and then, at 2 o'clock I'm having a total emotional breakdown. Please, can I just go and sit on the beach? Well, that says to me as business owner, it says we need to talk about a little bit 6 personal perspective to understand the accountability and responsibility you have to your business. Real estate is not a part-time job. So let me get it out the way. Open heart surgery. Please don't send us referrals of recruits that are looking for a job and a part-time opportunity when they're busy retiring, or they want to work part-time till they have enough money so that they can full-time come into real estate. Guys, you know the people that are on the call. It doesn't work like that. Real estate is like a full-blown 7 days a week business. It's not a problem unless you are at that level in your success that you can bring somebody like that on to assist with viewings, a buyer agent. Before you're going to get to that, there's a certain amount of work. You can't expect a buyer agent to help you, but you yourself still need to get that one sorted, okay? So please, guys, it's really, and it's not, I don't say no for recruits. There's a lot of talented people. But when the conversation starts at, I want to do it part-time, set production goals for the year. If you know exactly the results of what your hard work is going to bring, don't you think you feel more empowered? If you know I need to sell 20 C-point flats at 5 million, I'm going to bank 3 million, minus my expenses, minus my share deals, minus my cap, minus my business account, and some giving for Keller Williams Cares. I'm going to have 800,000 rand. Out of the 800,000, I'm going to draw a salary for myself of 50 every month, and then start wealth managing, banking 300 for the year. If you can be so empowered to know exactly what you're going to achieve December 2024. That's why I love when you girls on the call say 2024 2025 we're going to FA. That extra 100,000 rand, just calling it a number. Are you using the CGI tool on, there's big ones coming through here. I think it's a little bit, just an example. I've worked on how ever need to update it. If you want to average approximately 1 million per annum, also depending what average selling price is, need 9 transactions per month, 18 listings, 1,350 conversions, 10 conversations, 30 numbers, monthly X to X per month is 900x per annum, 18 tax and business expenses included. Don't forget to calculate your business cost expenses and make sure you have a tax directive. Your big one. You know, a CGI is designed about your tax, because if you don't pay the tax man, do you know how many estate agents fall in that trap? They get the money in the account and then they don't pay the tax man. And then the tax man, what? Heerlikheid, please, it is very direct to please plan accordingly. There is, I've put this just in here. So there is a spreadsheet format where you can work it out. So that's my profit goal, that's my taxes. But the CGI that is on my edge, on the left-hand side, under the little dashboard is the first icon. The second one where it says, and then it shows CGI calculator and it shows pipeline. Click on that calculator and start filling that information in and play around there. Please tell me, thumbs up or so, have you all completed your CGI on my edge? Are we okay with the CGI on my edge, on the people on the call? Sue, not on my edge, I have it on paper. Perfect, as long as you've got it. Di's got it. Yes, please. So please, guys, your CGI is the next thing. How many leads, how many sales, how many appointments, how many that, so that I can get to it. You know, it's like planning and thinking about you being preparing for the Olympics as an athlete. How many hours do I need to train? What does my body fat need to be? What level and speed must I run to be able to win the Olympics? All of these tools are available everywhere in our folders and online. Wait. Now that you have a moment of your CGI and you now know what your numbers must be to achieve that, then you're going to reevaluate for a second your 135. So once you've done your calculations and you know what you need to do, so what I want you to write down there for me is what the salary that you want on the 25th of the month in your bank account, and then you divide it by 12 months for me, and then you add plus 40% on top of that. That I can tell you now is then your number you need to earn for the year. What is your monthly amount you need to earn times 12 months plus 40%? Awesome, Debbie. Love it. On paper. Paper, on edge, as long as you know what your number is. Now that you've got an idea of what that number for the year is, now quickly go back to your priorities of your 135, and then you look at it, and it's exactly what Sue was saying earlier, your strategies. Is that 5 strategies really in line with the priority you have? If you look at your wealth management, if you need to know how much money you need to make. You keep hearing it, the 80-20 principle. Make more money, time with family, more organized is the words that I've heard on the call from you, our business owners. And I didn't type this in the meantime. This is what I've done in my training and in preparation for that. This is where the 840 months story comes in. I want to ask you and just tell you the story. Please don't work it out. Your life is 840 months. I'm not saying after 840 months you're going to die. I'm trying to explain you a story. 240 of those months you are at school, where you get an education, where you do your matric, and then you go to varsity, and then you start, falling in love. Okay, I don't say everybody's path is the same. Others started working and then they moved into their own flat. 240 of those months, you should be retiring, getting to your earlier days off. You should then be at that point in your life where your money is working for you. You are not working for money. They say that, and I keep saying that between 55, 60 is your modern age where your money should work for you. You shouldn't work for money. And the current inflation rate at 7% in South Africa, those that have got millions, please reevaluate your millions with inflation could eat it. That's not smart business. So please, 420 months you've got in the middle where you must now get married, have a life, own 6 homes, drive a Porsche, jump off aeroplanes, see Australia 9 times, let your children grow up, have 7 degrees, build the Keller Williams business. I can carry on and carry on. Where are you right now in those calculations? How many months, how many more years do you physically or emotionally have? I don't want to put a countdown clock on your head. I want to bring reality to you to understand the power of the 80-20 principle. Keep doing what you're doing and you will keep having the same results. Excuses like lead gen or this or that is only an excuse as long as you feed it as an excuse. The longer you're drinking coffee and running around in the morning and you only show up for your business at 10 o'clock in the morning, the longer it's going to take you to have that life. A lot of people get stuck in writing down the 135, type out the 411. It is the most beautiful homework I've seen in my life. Come December and I ask the questions. Can I tell you what is going to happen? 80-20 principle. I didn't have time and this friend was ill and whatever. So what? Do you think all those business owners in Natal, when the water came straight through their businesses, they threw their hands in the air and said, okay, that's it, I don't have a shop anymore. They dried it, they cleaned their shops, they marked it down, price counseled it, gave it a new label, and move on. Because if they don't move on and get on with it, there ain't no money for Christmas. That, the big rock, what I'm asking you right now, you go to bed today, what is that thing you're doing tomorrow that is already changing those priorities you write down, that strategies you wrote down? Let me tell you, if you can implement one priority and just 3 of the different strategies you dodged down today, tomorrow morning before 11 o'clock for 5 days in a row. It's called that crackers moment where you've gone to E to P, where that purpose of understanding why you want to have that million. Anybody want to talk to me about the 80-20 principle? Here's the story. It's been proven over and over. For you to have that million, argumentatively as business owner, this is what the top 20 today on the call, I can call the names and I can ask them the question. And everybody is, and you've heard this in Keller Williams over and over and over. When there's a shifting market where we are in at the moment, we go back to the basics and the drawing board. If there ain't no lead, then there's not going to be a listing. Listings. If you don't have stock in your shop, if you don't have muffins, what are you selling? Where is your income coming from? We have the most amazing systems, 135, 110 for command, my edge, 6 personal perspectives, leverage. That is the basics you need to go back to. Look back 135. What are you thinking? What is your CGI? Did you include in your 135 the leads, listings, and leverage? I went overseas and Ada assisted me to sell a property and also another Keller Williams agent. Ruben sold another one of my properties. We can always leverage our clients. They colleagues, sorry. They will get a commission split, so we both win and you grow your business. Sue, what an amazing aha. Thank you. We are the biggest multi-listing company in South Africa. We have a culture of sharing. We always cut the cake in half. Otherwise, let's just negotiate. Big one, Sue. Big one for leverage. Leverage the Keller Williams system, our networks, so that you can be for 2 months in Australia and let others help you to do the sale. We are not about my stock, my client. We are about quicker conversions, quicker money. Win-win or no deal. Then everybody makes quicker business. There it is. Teamwork. Together, everybody achieves more. So, on the 411, just there on that next page, before the time catches me, I've put there, structure your time, manage your activities, and improve your productivity. Okay? Debbie is here. Rolo put me in touch with Hans from Margate, and we sold a house 6.2 a week ago. Donkey Debbie, please leverage wherever you can. We cannot do everything ourselves. Margate and KZN, exactly, Arikar. Remember when you walked out of here when we met you, I said to you, you've got no idea how many Natal agents I know. Thanks, Debbie. That's the power of our network, Adhikar. If that was the aha you've just experienced, yes, please. Hans is one of the pivot agents. And that's the power of our function, these things, that why we network and we hustle. That's why we're having trading table tomorrow, so that we can share the information, get going, quicker conversion, quicker money. Thanks, Debbie, for sharing. So the 411, the 4 weeks, 1 month, 1 year is there. Now that you have the 135 and the 411 and you've got your CGI, you know how much money you must earn. Now you need to write down, what do I need to do every day of the week to be successful? Bram Pretorius did it to be able to take Nissan from a minus to a plus. David Osborne does this every month of his life so that he can move airplanes. If you write it down and you stick to it, I need to do this week, the following, to be able to achieve this. I need to speak to my financial manager to cut my costs. I need to speak to this. Remember, in the 6 personal perspectives, we're talking about the 5 most important people in your life. Who are you implementing them and using them in your 411? I know whatever we resist persists. But if you, and there's beautiful templates, you will see on the next page, it is the operational plan of your business. 8 o'clock we do this, and then that happens. 5 o'clock is cash up, where we keep ourselves accountable on how much money we've made, etc. If we don't write it down, I know, again, not everything is going to happen immediately. You know, there's a little tick list. And if we don't get to it, it's not like, man, I'm failing, I'm not doing this. That's what we call, we business owners, we shifting with it. Don't be like a little girl because there was a storm in Durban and it went right through your spaza shop. That spaza shop must still pay for that household where that water went through. Look at your strategies, look at your priorities. What are you doing this week? Speaking to my financial manager to cut my expenses, right? Planning to look at my area, doing my calculation on the sales that happened in Atlantic Seaboard so that I can understand what is my probable income going to be. This week, next week, Rolo starts drinking 10 kilometers of water a day. Rolo is going to learn surfboarding. Rolo is going to attend more trainings to be able to train the business owners in this business. Does that make sense? Then you're going to also write down for me. I mean, that is now just what we're doing for the week. What do we need to achieve for the month of August? 6 listings, 2 sales, 100,000 Rand gross commission. You've heard me say it before, and it is realistic. If I ask you on the 25th of the month, what have you got and how much have you made? Guess what? And you say to me, I'd love to help you because I know you all work very lovely. It's a lot of water, I know, Sue. I wish on the 25th of every month, I can pay everybody 100,000 Rand. I know we are going to do it, but that guilt, I feel like we're not paying our agents and our business owners that 100,000. And that's why I want to do open heart surgery here and say, as team leader, everybody on the call, and let's take the message to everybody else in our market center that there's an urgency. Because if everyone succeeds, we all succeed. Okay? Write down that so that we don't have to feel guilty and you don't have to feel guilty about it. And then keep your eye and you transfer it all the time. I want to work for 6 months, bank 2 million X. Any questions on the 411? You're welcome to talk. Time I do have. Right. Focus on productivity. Annual goals should reflect your big vision. That 30 seconds with the matches. Your monthly goals should be completed each month. That's why the 135 is September, so that October we practice November, so that in 2 months you've now practiced it 30, 60, 90. And if you're not getting to your monthly goal, we have to talk. It should be completed each. It's hard, I understand, because life happens. Then the kid falls off this, then that happens. And then we need to play golf, and then we need to play bowls, and then we need to sit and spin it about the one with the funny forehead. And shame for all the people that are wearing pink clothes. And I actually cannot deal with the fact that it is raining in Cape Town. Blah, blah, blah. It takes away functional living, a full life and purpose, so that you can achieve your annual, monthly, and weekly. And please, guys, like I said, it's open heart surgery. Don't feel like Rolo's bombarding you and it sounds like you have to, and this. This is really to guide you, to bring the urgency to you as business owner, to take control of what you want for yourself. So this is the goal setting timeline, just so that you understand it again. Your 135 is yearly. Your CGI goes with that because your life would have changed, your expenses would have changed. You fill in your 411 annual goals. You'll see on the 411 template, there is my job goal for the year, my business goal for the year, my personal goal, my financial goal. All of these templates and tools are available. It's split up into more. So fill it in so that you can manipulate the weekly one to make sure the annual one happens. Every month you look at that 135 and you can't change it. Not like you can't change it. That sounds a little hard, but You can't say to somebody, you can't change my goal.
You can add to it.
That you can add to it. Thank you, Stefan. There we go. Stefan helped me out of trouble. You can add to it, enhance it. But you can't change it to make it lesser because you yourself are not achieving it. That means, you understand that is reverse engineering with psychology, and that's not going to happen. So there you have it. That is so for you to understand the purpose of goal setting, that is the timeline, and that is how you check it all the time. To live that big life and to be that MREA, that's your plan. So why I've just put it in there, and there is more and more and more templates, and that is why it's called coaching and coaches. Your trend report. There is one on my edge. There is electronics, a spreadsheet one. Track your activity. We keep saying track your numbers. How many appointments? How many contacts? How many conversions? How many all of the opportunities and smart plans and things on command? There's so many I can carry on about. I really just wanted you to start really looking at everything that is there. Now, please do not try and do it all immediately. But in your 411, have your plan there to say, this week I'm mastering understanding the trend report. Next week, I'm mastering understanding the Lure report. It's not the coaches to complete it for you because it's your businesses. You need to empower yourself knowing the success story of your business. I've put this in here, and all the people that are for years with Keller Williams are now going to laugh at me and go, ooh, Rolo, that is one of the oldest ones ever in Keller Williams. There's so many more nice things on command. This is what I want to say. Just become the local expert so that when I ask, the water kan, you go. So much growth, so many listings, so many properties are sold, and I have done X amount of it. There is so many CGI, career growth incentive tools in Keller Williams. I'm just reminding you to think big of how many or how much of that is there in Keller Williams are you using in your business. Again, your business does not look like Stefan's business necessarily. Guys, I'm on the hour, by the hour, and I want to please have a horse. I've got 7 minutes. I really, really hope that today I could bring that mindset to you so that you can really reevaluate where are you at today and where do you want to be. What is that services that you need from me, the leadership in Atlantic, Keller Williams South Africa, Keller Williams worldwide, for you to really put this car in 5th gear or how many 6th gear, Triptronic, Steptronic, it's a 3-liter Porsche, I think, I don't know if you get them, so that we can really empower you. I call it road to profit because when we start talking profits in your business, it means you did follow the right activity. You did follow your plan CGI, your 135, your 411. You are aware of your expenses and are busy building career worth having, life worth living, business worth owning, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. Let's go. Right, so the last note before we turn the page, and then the last page is more notes. Please write down the 3 things you want to do tomorrow to change your life. I've got 5 minutes on the ahas. Please talk to me. I need at least 5 ahas. What happened with you in the past 2 hours? What is that thing you're going to do? Ask me any questions.
I weekly need to revisit and look at my 411.
Listen how beautiful Stefana shared here. Looking at the 411 weekly. And it feels like to ourselves, we play school, and we hate the admin and the accountability. And I feel like such a poopies if I don't achieve it. It is hard. It is a grown up world. You're a business owner. That is sort of one of the minimum. It's like your cash up. If you don't cash up the POS system in the mug and bean, you won't know what your wasted costs are. Thank you for that. Thank you, Rola. We are very fortunate to have you training us. It's one of the best training ever had in Keller Williams. Donkey my leave fee. I want to go back to my 135411 and redo it. Awesome, Sue. Yes, please. Guys, start with as much detail and spend time with your coach and accountability partner. Talk through it because we want to fine tune it to bring you me too, Sue. Yes, please. Who else wants to talk to me? Di, I want to pick on you. How you doing, Di? Is you okay, my leafy?
I'm all good. I was just typing to say I'm definitely doing my 135s. I know I'm going to have to because you're going to drill me on it in my one-on-one, but I'm doing it because I need to do it.
Awesome. You never need to do something, Di.
No, I want to do it. Okay, I want to do it because I want to do it.
Awesome. My aha is that Debbie never told me about the Margate listing. Adhikar, can I answer you? Nobody need to tell you about any listings. They are there on the system. The more you use the system, you will know where all the listings are and who all the agents are. I want to challenge you, Adhikar, to get to know all the people on the coast that are agents of Keller Williams. You are going to be in tears. Google the listings, look at them, and phone everybody. They are going to love you. You're welcome, Rio de Janeiro. I need to get my one as well. Same here. It looks like there's adjustments on mine. I sent the Margate listing on the group. Look at that. Whoop, whoop, Adhikar. We're going to help you to grow the network on the other side. Please, you can phone anybody there, my friend, and say, Rolo said I must phone you. And they're all going to love you on the south and the north coast in Natal. Awesome. Anybody else? What is my timing? 1 minute to go. One more aha, please. I want to hear another voice. Oh, I think the customers has disappeared. Is it load shedding in Cape Town?
We're here, Rola. I just think you've blown our minds.
Love you all. Thank you for your time. I am available if I can do anything for you. Guys, please, I wish you an amazing Thursday. Shawnee will be online tomorrow for the MREA 24 topics. Thank you, Rola, there from Hillary. You're most welcome. Sean is doing MREA tomorrow. Then Monday, we want to see during the mass lead generation time, or it will be Wednesday next week, for Sean to do his training. You are worth 7%. It's unbelievable. Those of you that have attended it before will know. I'm just waiting for him to sort his calendar. And again, he's going to help me. Next week, Thursday, on the calendar, it says build a better budget with Rolo. We are going to do it sort of together, Sean and I, so that he can bring proper agent financials to you, so that you can really, now that you've got your 135411, next week's Thursday is where we're going to show you the finances of an MREA agent. What do you spend money on? Where do you save? How you calculate all the finer details in your cash flow. So please plan. I've got him here, so I need to use him for as much as I can. Guys, appreciate you. We're on the hour, by the hour. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Rolo.
Thanks, Rolo.
Thanks, Rolo.
You're welcome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Why is this thing now not
Dankie
working with me
Rolo,
again?
bye.
Let me rather just do that. I'm gonna have my